Alright, so we are back with game 4 of the Polish 13.5k tournament grand finals, large armies. We have Zahar versus Bachus. 2-1 is the score in favor of Bachus at the moment, so he will win with a win in this game. But the factions are very unusual, so maybe they were kind of running out of good factions, or, you know, Bachus decides, look, I'm up. If I use a worse faction, either Zahar, maybe Zahar only has one good faction left, so you can't use it here because then Bachus will get a better faction advantage in the last game. So you get one weird game here with very out there factions, Arya and Nabatea. Let's get right into the game. RDA must be nice in these rules. For exactly the reason that Zahar will show us, I think. I would not say that I prefer... Oh, we're on a different map. Maybe that's why Nabatea is out. Dimity is the map. But yeah, we'll see exactly why RDA should be quite strong. They have up front for 3 Illyrian Noble Hoplites plus the General. So 4 Illyrian Noble Hoplites. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 Celtics, interesting. And 1, 2 Axe Warriors. 3 Axe Warriors, so 3 Celtics and 3 Axe Warriors. A bit strange that you wouldn't have 8 melee. Or 7, whatever the rule is. Yeah, that's quite surprising, actually. I'm just gonna make sure I'm not missing anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so he has 6 melee instead of 7. Quite weird when he could just trade a Thurio Spear out for a Celtic, but okay. He does have 4 Illyrian Thurio Spears. Better than the Marines in this specific rule set, I would say. Because you're getting the anti-cav power with the counter tactics, and they're just so cheap. You're gonna need the cost efficiency there. You don't really want to go for Marines just because they're very expensive. 4 slingers, slave slingers with their nice block chance up front, and 3 slave javelinmen, or maybe 4? 4 slave javelinmen. Again, that's good because RDA will suffer against cav. Now you have 8 units to kill the cav. Plus you have 4 Illyrian cavalry of your own, and 3 Tarentines. So, very nice army here. He's got the support of the elite hoplites, javelins, all the fucking over the place, and nice cheap melee. Again, Nabatea not going to bring elite melee probably, so you're not in the hole there. Nice baiting from Zahar here, but probably not worth it. You need to keep your Tarentines fresh here. I mean, you can do the baiting, but you have to rest afterwards. He's going to eat a shot here, so that's not good at all. Again, Nabatea will have a nice desert faction advantage. Will allow them to keep their stamina high, whereas these RDA guys have to just chill, can't run a lot. Let's look at the army for Bachus up front. 4 armored desert hoplites, really good unit. I think of them as pretty much veteran hoplites, but a bit worse. So they're nice. 3 heavy archers, slinger, so that's pretty expected. Maybe I would expect 4 slingers, but 6 missiles total, so he's got the huge missile advantage. But he can't do a missile war because of block chance. But the heavy archers are great. Focus down whatever target you want. Probably the Axe Warriors and the Celtics will be the key early on. Infantry-wise, he has Nabatean Axe Warriors. Looks like 4 of them. He also has 2 Caravan Guard. Not a great unit. I've tried these guys in the con. Actually, they suck balls because they only have 2 Javelins. They should have 5, like a Thurios unit, that they'd be fine. But they don't, so yeah. 1 Noble Swordsman, 1 Rechem Palace Guard there. Don't really like the Rechem Palace Guard in this matchup particularly, because they're just outclassed by the Noble Hoplites. And then the superior Cav Force, Armored Desert Cav 4, and 1 Nabatea Noble Cav. Obviously, yeah, Nabatea doesn't want to bring, like, fucking tons of Nabatea Noble Cav against Arya, because, like, there's just no point. So he has to go for Armored Desert Cav, for some Cav Force. I think Nabatea could even go with, like, no Cav, take Pikes. Or not no Cav, but like 4 or 5 Cav only, and take Pikes, and just make sure, and then basically have way more melee. Nice use of the Thurio Spears here, using them on the slingers. You might think it's a waste, but the good thing is he has more javelins with the forged slave javelinmen, so he can use them here and then also have the slave javelinmen. Something I would have done is I would have put my slave javelinmen up front just to harass the archers and the slingers and shoot them. Yeah, but he has to use the ammo on his Thurio Spears early on, which is good because they have a lot of ammo, so you're not using it all. but then you can use up the ammo and keep them into melee without losing men in melee and therefore losing the javelins. So this is early usage of the javelins is good here when you have extra javelins as well. Nice shots onto the Illyrian cav here, killing them off pretty quick. But the problem for Nabatea here is they're just outclassed in the infantry department. Completely. Axe Warriors are much better than Nabatean Axe Warriors, although they took a shit ton of damage here. Celtics are there's no answer for them, although Cav Charge will do nicely. And then you have better hoplites and more reserve spears. This is funny. Hi. And don't forget about the Tarentines. And your cav is armored desert cav, so it's not exactly great. I mean, look at this. They come in here and just get absolutely destroyed by 3 javelin units, so there goes your armored desert cav. Celtics did take a lot of damage though. Caravan Guard will win this fight. Tarentines, don't forget about them. Probably should be behind. Like, they're way out of the fight here. You need to have them behind to harass. These guys can just go into square formation and just never die. Double hoplites just absolutely toasting the enemy units here. Gotta go for the gap here. Again, he needs to get his units into better positions. His javelin man can be on the flank here. That's always a crucial idea. Nice shots into the flank here, but it's not great because it's only a caravan guard. Gonna kill off 2 cav units here though for the price of 1. Again, Tarentines, get back in the action, boys. But yeah, look at the Nabatean Noble Cav even getting shot up. That's awful. Rechem Palace Guard gonna eat up a Celtic. You should never engage the Celtics there. They're just not gonna get anything out of it. Gonna be good in this fight though. 2 units here, Noble Hoplite and Axe Warrior against Axe Warrior and Desert Hoplite. Your units are both better there for Nabatea, so that's great. And these early Cav casualties are costing him heavily. Nice throw spear play on the flank. Another Cav goes down, and Bachus is just throwing his cav to the wolves here. They're going down quite quickly. Caravan Guard getting owned by a throw spear here because he tried to probably run through or something. Now it's gonna get shot in the back. Cav here gonna go down. Well, Tarentine should retreat. Illyrian cav can kill, and then Tarentines can kill slingers. But again, he's just running out of cav too fast here. Is Bachus, he's not going to be able to defend his archers for long, and all the javelins and stuff will help win a cav fight that was already in your favor, or an infantry fight that was already in your favor if you're Zahar. So this is going to be a pretty straightforward cleanup, I would assume. Tarentines will get out of there, they won't lose too many men. Get some javelins off. Illyrian cav can finish this fight. Again, nice javelins again here. Nabatea Noble Cav, Armored Desert Cav going to go down. Tarentines are flanking. Tarentines are running away. Going into phalanx is decent, but nice move from Zahar. You really like to see this. Enemy goes into phalanx. I'm just going to run away from your phalanx, get a second charge, and shoot it. Very condensed formation, so javelins will be very effective. Nice move from the cav, breaking through the gap. You can see pretty much up the line that RDA is winning the infantry fight, especially here in the center. It's going to be very dominant. General is going to be winning, although he has taken good damage, and the Rechem Palace Guard is very healthy, which is nice. Here, 72 versus 104, so he's winning in some places here. But he's totally lost on this flank. He's totally lost in the center. He's totally lost here. And he's only winning in this blob here. But again, cav fight is not in his favor, so that's not going to be good. Gonna fast forward quickly here because there's not too much action. Rechem Palace Guard gonna commit into this fight and make it even more dominant. But again, the slingers are going down. Tarentines can get back into the accidentally hit the regular fire here instead of alt attack. Finally, he fixes it. Nice micro. Realizes the mistake. Didn't cost him too much. One cav is going to die here, but it's holding up a lot of enemy cav, so it's going to cost him 3 or 4 units here. Nice realization that Bachus doesn't see this armored desert cav, so he can just kill it with javelins. Yep, javelins, and then kill the slinger. Alright, let's go back into play. We're getting into a later stage of the fight. RDI General is going to die here. But the Rechem Palace Guard is just caught out here, and you're going to get focus fired, hopefully. Did manage to kill a lot of slingers, but there are still some slingers left, so it's not terrible. Armored Desert Hoplites holding out here. Again, they're going to get the stamina advantage if the battle lasts too long, so that's going to be crucial. And Bachus is keeping his Armored Desert Hoplites alive as well. But the Rechem Palace Guard is now going to start to eat absolute shit in the back here. Is winning, of course. but not decisively enough. The general looks like he's just surviving long enough, and the sentry units that I said we're gonna win. Clutch up, gonna recharge this armored desert hoplite. The general's gonna get out of there. Really nice play from Zahar here. He is doing absolutely the right moves here, keeping his general alive. Maybe he's a bit lucky the general didn't die, but I wouldn't say it's a huge problem. He has 40 men, so half a third of the unit was alive. He took a bit of a risk, but he had to. He saves his units here, recharges, the surround will come in on these guys. They might win this though, because it's 60 and 70 hoplites against much less worse units. But the Rakem Palace Guard not in good shape. Cav fight actually is pretty equal, I would say at this point. Like both sides lost a lot of Cav. Better for Zahar, but he doesn't have too much Cav, so you know a couple of Terrantines here or there is not a huge problem. So it's gonna be close. Again, he's already committing like fucking archers, javelinmen to melee here. So Bachus could easily win this. It's gonna be a morale thing, I think. If the general dies, that would be bad. These slingers, javelinmen are just tying these guys down. I would assume the slave slingers do have quite a bit of ammo though, and that could be problematic. Terrantines finishing off everything except for this one armored desert cav. This Terrantine will not win, but it'll hold it out long enough for the rest of the slingers to die. And 1, 2, 3 slave slingers at least are alive. Look at these armored desert hoplites, man. They're just routing from attacks in the rear and the slinger fire. So they were very healthy, and now they're just gone. Thurio Spear's actually doing pretty well in melee, all across the board, which is nice to see from them. The Rakem Palace Guard, just look how poor these units are. They're just dying to like fucking awful units. 9 hoplites, sure, but the rest is trash. And the Rakem Palace Guard lost 30 men to this, and some fire to this from the slingers, surely, but not too much. Heavy archers will survive, but they are well out of the fight. All that Zahar needs to do here is, first of all, he has 9 noble hoplites here, the strongest unit on the field by far. Second thing, kill these guys, kill the general with your slingers, and then what happens to these heavy archers won't quite matter. Although, you know, good charge from the Terrantines, actually doing a lot of damage. They get attacked in the rear somehow. Shouldn't rout, but might. No, they're gonna get saved here. Over here though, 19 hoplites survive. So killing the slingers and archers from Nabatea cost Zahar his cavalry advantage, but then again, he never really had a true cavalry advantage, as it just came from artificial means, as Bachus had more cav and better cav. Although no, he didn't have more cav because of the Terrantines, but he had much better cav. Now these armored desert hoplites are tired. General gonna get a rear charge here. These Thurio Spears are quite healthy, so they're gonna be crucial for the end game. The noble hoplites are gonna be crucial for the end game. And the general, this general is in some peril. 242 kills, so you know, not bad from the Rakem Palace Guard, but you are killing mostly slave javelinmen and Thurio Spears, so it's not a very nice kill set of kills. General gonna go down here. These axeries are too far to the fight. Double hoplites can just engage here. Engage at a point where the Palace Guard have to turn their back to the slingers, and it should be GG. But yeah, this was well played from Zahar. I thought he used his javelins pretty much perfectly to eliminate the cav, then flank javelin stuff in the back. Maybe he could have done a bit more of that in the early game, and that's why I think why the infantry fight wasn't so much in his favor. But you know, there were the noble sword on the field for Nabatea, as well as a solid amount of infantry, and so you know, it was going to be a tough infantry fight, close, but the noble hoplites are just better, and they kind of prove it here. Palace Guard as well, getting a good amount of kills, not great. Second win, nice job, second win the unit before you actually charge it. So you get the best possible engagement. Nothing better for the general to do than stand here and die. They have 115 armor as well, actually, interesting. 65 health, so they're very similar to the hoplites, but the hoplites, I believe, maybe they're actually worse. Good to know. But they have failings. Oh, this is a big unit. Armored Desert Cav. Out of nowhere. Didn't even see that unit. But it's back. And it killed the slinger. Just keep focusing the slingers onto the general here. Once the general dies, this guy is not a big threat. Exhausted. Active, so again, stamina advantage. Surprisingly in the favor of the non-desert fashion. General goes down though, and from experience, I can tell you as soon as the general dies, Nabatea is fucked. They will all rout. So that's what's gonna happen here. General probably dead, and that's GG. Cavalry counter tactics, nicely done. So we go to a decisive game 5. Nice game here from Zahar, I thought. Really well controlled. Could have been a bit faster with his Tarentines, doing a bit more pressure with them, and a bit faster flanking with javelin units. And that's not even big flanks necessarily on the actual flanks, but just in between units. Pop up your javelin men, shoot them in the back, run away if anything comes to threaten them. Same with the throw spears. A bit wasteful with his melee, I thought as well. Whereas Zahar, Bachus outplayed him in the melee department, I would say. But Zahar outplayed him in the cav department and had the slingers alive for the late game. And again, double hot plays, and the throw spears were really good. Really, really, really good. So GG, game 5 decider match coming up next.